2 infiltration bids foiled within a span of 10 days along the line of control in Poonch Rajouri district in J&K. The security forces on the line of control were maintaining high alert based on intelligence inputs of likely infiltration attempts. On 29th December, at approximately 7:30 p.m., alert sentries on the fence in Poonch sector observed suspicious movement of 3 to 4 individuals moving from across the line of control towards the LC fence. The weather and visibility was bad due to heavy rains. When the individuals reached close to the fence, they were observed to be crawling. The alert sentries challenged the movement, in which firefight broke out between the terrorists and own troops, in which 1 or 2 terrorists were hit with own bullets. The injured terrorists were pulled back by the other terrorists into the jungle, taking advantage of the bad weather conditions. The area was immediately cordoned off with additional troops. As the weather continued to remain bad and the area is thickly wooded and mined, the search operations were launched on the morning of 30th December 2021. During the search operations, 3 pittus were recovered from the incident site, where lots of blood marks were also seen. Later, during the search, a 4th pittu and torn clothing were found inside the jungle close to the line of control. Large quantities of warlike stores, clothing, and sustenance materials were also recovered from the pittus. Major weapons and equipment recovered from the pittus were 2 pistols with ammunition, 2 night vision goggles of US make, 1 binocular, 1 camcorder with pictures of the terrorists and their training, steel core bullets of AK ammunition, combat dresses, bomb clothing, etc. By the quick action of alert troops, a major infiltration bid was thus foiled, and the nefarious designs of the terrorists to disrupt peace in Poonch and Rajouri districts was thwarted successfully. The Indian Army continues to remain alert on the line of control and well prepared to thwart such attempts of infiltration in the future too. Jai Hind.
On the 7th of January 2023, at approximately 1900 hours, own alert troops observed suspicious movement of 2 terrorists, infiltrators, who were trying to sneak in across the line of control in Balakot sector of Poonch district. The troops on the line of control and fence were alerted and kept observing the area. At approximately 1945 hours, there was a loud explosion due to the mine having been initiated by the infiltrating terrorists. Thereafter, at approximately 1950 hours, own troops saw the movement near the fence and engaged the terrorists by bringing down aimed fire on them. Once the firing had ceased, own columns on the fence and troops on the line of control readjusted their cordon to prevent their escape. Night-enabled quadcopters and other surveillance devices were employed to keep a strict vigil in the cordoned area. Troops commenced search at 0200 hours on the 8th of January. The search was deliberate as the area was not just undulating with dense undergrowth, but also heavily mined. In the search so far, 2 bodies have been recovered with weapons, magazines, ammunition, and other warlike stores. The Army has recovered 1 AK-47 rifle, 1 modified AK-56 rifle, 1 Chinese pistol, 2 Chinese hand grenades, 2 heavy high explosive IED devices, and 1 mobile phone. Search operations still continue. The Indian Army continues to remain alert on the line of control to counter any attempt by inimical forces to disturb the peace and harmony in the region. Thank you.
पाकिस्तान होगा
पाकिस्तान मेड है किसी
इसको ना ऐसे इधर इधर रख दो
यार 110% मैं बता
घड़ी भी है
Yes, audio check. On the forward post and then circulate these videos. These are the thermal cameras that they were also carrying. Some pistols have also been recovered. However, these terrorists were injured and managed to return back. See, they were planning something really very big, 3 charges. Now also they were carrying the medicines with them, the tapes and other things, and also a huge cache of dry fruits they were also carrying with them. So they have come with a plan to carry out something really big, possibly a Fedayeen kind of attack that they wanted to record it. How desperate Pakistan is that they are time and again making these attempts. This is the dagger they were actually carrying with them. What it seems from all these things, that first plan was to carry out a bat attack, followed by it was a Fedayeen attack or something, as they were carrying a huge cache of arms and ammunition, as well as the warlike stores with them, and also to heal themselves in case of any injury. They were carrying almost a first aid kit with them. So this is the extent to which now the Pakistan, what has happened in the Dangri village of Rajouri, to these kind of bat attacks plans that have been done, and the night vision binoculars that the Pakistan is trying to push here for its terrorists. This is what the Pakistan is now actually up to. This is the huge cache of arms and ammunition that has been recovered along with the clothes. So it clearly shows that they have come for a long stay here, a long stay to carry out a bat attack followed by Fedayeen attack, and they were all prepared as they have this huge cache of arms and ammunition when it comes to these small weapons, the big AK-47A, modified AK-56 rifles, IEDs, the steel bullets, clearly having the marking of the Pakistan. So these are the realities that the Pakistan cannot hide. What Pakistan is doing, that the internal turmoil that is happening in Pakistan when it comes to 2022, where more than 500 people, including the security forces and the civilians, have been killed in 288 incidents of terror that have taken place. Pakistan is now trying to divert the attention of the international community by fomenting trouble, and these are the shoes that have been recovered. So each and everything that has been recovered speaks of what the Pakistan was up to. They were all prepared, kind of a combat dresses. They were also carrying with them the batteries to trigger plot, that they wanted to carry out a bat attack, wanted to get it recorded in the video camera that has also been recovered by the security forces. And for the long haul, they were carrying these dry fruits with them. Some of the items that they were carrying clearly have the mention of the Pakistan's areas. Gujranwala is clearly mentioned on this. If Sarjivan can show you on this side, so it clearly is mentioning the Gujranwala area of Pakistan, that it is manufactured from there only. So Pakistani establishment is clearly into it, because without their consent no one can cross over from the border. This was that kind of attempt from the Pakistani side that has been foiled firstly by the Krishna Ghati Brigade of the Indian Army, and then the second attempt has been foiled by the 13th Sector RR of the Indian Army. So a big success coming for the security forces. That Pakistan's plot to carry out multiple attacks have now been foiled by the Indian Army. Terrorists were carrying that have now been recovered by the security forces, and Sarjivan is showing you these visuals of the recovery that the Indian Army has done, be it the food, the clothing they were carrying, the arms and ammunition, the daggers they were carrying, possibly to carry out a bat attack in the first instance. And in the second instance, what Pakistan was doing, that they were planning something similar to Rajouri, because the terrorists were carrying the AK-47 rifles, modified AK-56 rifles, and also these two IEDs this Pakistan has sent from across the border to foment trouble in Jammu and Kashmir. Yes.
हो गया थोड़ी जगह में बस मैं कर ठीक है सर थोड़ा इधर ही आगे थोड़ा
Big success for Indian Army and major dent to terror outfits were planning to carry out another communal massacre like that of Dangri in the Jori region. This time, the infiltration pit was foiled in Balakot sector, and you can see the kind of arms and explosive that has been recovered from spot. AK-56 rifle, AK-4 that match might of Indian forces. So they are indulging in shoot and scoot attack. The hybrid terrorists, part-time terrorists, they are using these pistols to target innocent unarmed civilians. Exactly 7 days after Dangri killing, this first infiltration pit was foiled yesterday, and this was foiled on 29th of December. Look at the kind of weapon, this material they were carrying. That means these terrorists had planned to Pakistan region. There are several kinds of protests also in Balochistan. We have seen how the stone pelting incident took place against the armed forces. So what Pakistan Army, with the help of inter-service intelligence, they are trying